It's finally fall. You know what that means. It's time to unleash our inner gossip girl, okay? This is like the most fashionable season. So I'm gonna, by the way, I'm V. ZK or VVS, depending on the day, you know, whatever. I'm gonna show you my full fall editorial look, from hair to makeup to outfit. And yeah, if that's the type of aesthetic that you want to pull off every day, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have my makeup all around me. Every time I go for like the editorial look, I really like a good smoky eye. Oh my gosh, I don't even have... Oh, my foundation's right there. Yay. Okay, so I was gonna have to go back to my room. All right, so thank God for TikTok, because I never really found anyone with my skin tone, and for the longest time I thought it was like a cool undertone, but I'm neutral. Okay, I'm not like warm and I'm not cool, I'm neutral. I found this girl on TikTok and she has the same exact undertone as me. She does like cute little like beauty stuff and skincare and a bit of makeup, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, perfect. A lot of black people I see, they're always warm, or like the darker ones tend to be very cool tone. This is actually not even really my exact color, but it does fit. There's no mirror in front of me. I'm using my phone here as like my reflection. Anyways, as you can see, it is slightly warmer. It does oxidize though, but I can get away with this, but it's not my exact shade. What I usually do, I don't really put anything under my eyes, and I don't really put too much on my forehead. There are certain things you can't really do when you have like blemishes. Like, you know, the whole not putting any foundation on makeup, no foundation makeup, what is it called? A glam look, but without foundation. I feel like that works if you have no blemishes. So if you have any of that, I feel like that's just kind of like, you're really gonna have to work through the whole like everything to really get that look going. I need to get my skin right first, because the thing is, like, if you want to look real good without a lot of makeup, all you need to focus on is your skin. If you have good skin, you can do whatever you want, literally, because then you can get away with putting like one thing here, one thing there, zoop zoop zoop, and you're done. For the most part. But my skin has been doing a little bit better now, as my period is on the way, and it usually acts up around this time, and it has not. You know what's funny? Like, during college time, I used to only wear NARS concealer, the creamy concealer. I love that concealer. I would wear that as my foundation because I wasn't into foundation yet. I didn't want to succumb to wearing foundation because I felt like it was just like too much. So I would just put concealer. Yeah, I mean, it did its job. I also didn't used to bake. So like, I would spend the day, like, my face it would be really nice because it was very skin-like, but like if you were to like touch my skin or my face, my whole makeup would just like wipe off. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, I didn't used to wear foundation. I would just put my concealer as that. When I look back at pictures from that time period, my whole face is like 2 shades lighter than my body. I don't understand because I swear at the time it didn't look like that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. It would still look really cute. Like, that was like 2016 era. Anywho, the editorial look, I feel like, is so... I love it. I like putting a little bit of concealer down here just to kind of, not only does it do like a reverse contour, but I feel like it also kind of makes the lips look a little bit more plump, especially if you bring the concealer all the way like here. I don't do it too much now because I don't really need it. But by the way, this setting spray, the OS, it's good, but I would not recommend for like everyday wear. For like my skin type, I have combination skin. I need like I need something glowy. Like, this is like mattifying. It's literally mattifying. It's good if you're gonna go to water. Like they said, it's waterproof. If you're not going into water, I wouldn't even like bother. My favorite setting spray has always been the Morphe continuous setting spray. It smells amazing, and it's just been my like OG for years, and it keeps your skin glowy. It mixes, like, it blends into your makeup. You know what people do when they get their makeup done and they stand by the shower so the steam can really like set their makeup in a beautiful way? That's what the Morphe continuous setting spray does for me. Like, it just, oh, I forgot, what the hell, I forgot my forehead. That's what it does for me. I just feel like it sets my makeup beautifully. I forgot my forehead and my nose. Okay. I'm gonna show you the little things I feel like actually matter for a good editorial look. One of them being your makeup can't look amateur-y. Like, you need to know what you're doing. Make sure you blend well. I'm just gonna put a little bit of contour. Since we're doing an editorial look, I'm just gonna put some not only on my nose but right here. Not too much. We're not doing the 2016 makeup, just making sure our features are popping out. This is my tiny little contour brush. It's minuscule because I don't really contour anymore. Just accentuating this little part right here. That's all you want to do. Again, I remember back in the day when contour was huge, I used to contour my whole face. And just the same way I concealed my whole face and had a super light face, before that I would contour my whole face and had a super dark face. It didn't last too long, but there was a time period where my face was literally 2 shades darker than my whole body because I would contour my entire face. So something I realized looks really nice if you have like either a bronzer or your contour. This is contour. You just bring it up to your eye, up to your eyelid, all the way right here. It will give you kind of like a more sexy, intense look, especially if you really OD on this and you really go in like your eyeshadow. If you do eyeshadow, kind of bring it down here all the way down to your nose. Yeah. Something I love about an editorial look though, I think one of my favorite things is brows. I think if you're like into high fashion and all of that, you know that brows is like kind of like a defining thing, and you can get away with not doing your brows, or you could get away with like a lot of like interesting looking brows. You don't have to have the most perfect brows unless that's the look you're going for. You could do anything with your brows and still have like this super nice model-esque editorial look. They just need to like frame your face properly. So, like, I used to be super crazy about my brows. I've almost always done my brows really well. To know that I can now like do them in like a really like I don't care kind of way, like type of way, kind of fun. So now we're just gonna cover this back up with some concealer again. Oh my gosh, I have something to say about every step of makeup that I'm doing because I remember back then I was at a shoot and they were doing my makeup, and I don't know if like I think contouring was still new, so the people that were doing my makeup were contouring my nose by putting like a dark shade beside my nose, and that's it. Like, they thought that that's what was going to make my nose look more like snatched. They had no idea what they were doing. And even back then, me being like a new makeup person, I knew that that was the wrong way of doing it. I was so like annoyed. I'm like, you're literally making me look like horrendous. And we have a shoot. I'm gonna be honest, I am still like trying to see faster ways of doing my nose contour, because I know some people, they just put a bit of bronzer on the tip of their nose, but I don't think that fits my nose shape. Either that or I'm just not doing it well enough. I feel like it makes me look like a little bear. You know the 3 little bears, Hansel and Gretel? Wait, is that the same? Is that this? Now we're gonna really highlight the face. A lot of people ask me how I get like my under eye so bright. It's just this. Take the lighter concealer. You don't need to put a lot. Something I did notice is, I understand that we all want to look snatched, and this is literally an editorial look, but a lot of people, they don't have the face canvas or the face shape to have a snatched look. I personally, I don't think I have high cheekbones, but if I really wanted to act as if I had high cheekbones, I would probably like really go in right here. It wouldn't look awful, but there are certain things that like you do on your face makeup wise that just fight against your own features, and when you do stuff like that, it makes you look worse. I'm not like hating on anyone like when I'm gonna say who I'm gonna say, because I really like her music, and I've actually been listening to her new album and I really like it. But when I think of someone that's like fighting against their own features, I think of like Cardi B's makeup. Like, she does this like eyeliner thing and a lot of like stuff going on like right here, and I know that she wants to lift her face, but I feel like she's just fighting against her features. I feel like her natural features aren't supposed to do that, and it actually doesn't make her look nice. It makes her look not that great. She could look better if she just succumbed to the fact that her face shouldn't be shaped that way. I'm not saying she's ugly or anything. I'm just saying like you need to understand your features. That's kind of what makes a look fire. Like, that's kind of what makes it look good, when you play around with your features but in like a way that complements your face. You won't see someone with droopy eyes trying to do a really snatched look, because then they would just fight against their whole face and it just wouldn't look right. I like a good bake. I do like a good bake. I think, I don't know, like I feel like baking has gotten less popular, especially with the clean girl makeup, but I feel like for the looks that I do, baking is still very much important. Also, I don't like clean girl makeup. I like everything that's not clean girl makeup. So this is where you are right now. This is this is who you're talking to, okay? Someone that does not like clean girl makeup. So if that's what you like, I'm sorry. This is not what you're getting. I don't even really understand what clean girl makeup is. Is it just like simple everyday makeup? So just call it clean, simple everyday makeup. Why is it called clean girl makeup? I don't know. It's not for me. I'm like the opposite of that. I like glam, a whole vibe on your face. I want to know, like, ooh, do you guys see that? I want to know like what happened in your day through your face, like what's going on. Like I want to know your lifestyle from your makeup. Like I want to know, give me mood, give me energy, give me something with your makeup. Like what are you saying? What are you telling me? Yeah. Okay, we're not done here. We just need, I'm just gonna do the tip of my nose. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna do our brows. Oh, finally the brows. I was talking about that earlier, saying how I like how you don't need to do the most with the brows. You just, the fact that they're there is already a good thing. So I just start off first by brushing them. So, a little bit, a little bit, All right, so we're gonna just do this. Can you see it? So I'm just gonna like lazily just fill this in with this pencil part, and I'm only using the pencil part just because it's faster. The fine tip part right here, that is also very nice if you really want those like feathery, if you really want that, you could definitely do that. I kind of like doing my brows quickly. I don't know, I feel like the faster you do them, the less likely you are to mess them up. I'm not saying that I do them really fast, but I'm just saying. Also, just in general, like your brows are supposed to like kind of match the hairstyle that you're doing. Anywho, that's about it. Remember when I was talking about the contour coming up all the way here? Yeah, I like to kind of make sure it kind of goes down. It gives more of like a sharp, intense look, less like girl next door cupcakes look, and more like runway. Also, you could just do that with your eyeshadow. So something you do want to do though is you don't want to cover your brows up completely. Like as you can see, you can still see the, what, how do you call that? Like the, you can still kind of see that it's like a feathery brow. This is the fine tip. If I want to, I could just do a little bit right here. Not necessary, but you can do that if you want, like that. For the concealer, I mix these two colors together so they give me that perfect shade that I need. I'm not gonna bring it out in here completely because I do want this part to be dark. Like I said, it makes it more high fashion. I use this tiny little thing right here to do that, but then I'm just gonna use my concealer brush. Brows don't need to be perfect. You can keep it as is. You know what my dream is? To just like already have half of my face done before I start. So brows done, lashes done. What else? What else? Lips, contour done. So you just don't even have to do your face. Anyways, as you can see, so I still have a lot of my concealer. I barely use it. My full faces that are more full face, this would be gone. Probably have needed more. I do not like using this for just like every day. I wouldn't do like a matte look for an editorial look. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't mix well with the makeup that I put on. We need to spray the face right now because we just removed all of the bake. So the face is a bit dry. This is about to make it drier, but it's all we have. It doesn't smell bad, it just smells really strong too. Okay. Maybe like a little bit right here. As long as you don't look like 2016, then you're good. Okay, there you go. So for a good smoky, I like to do brown underneath and black on top. Okay. What I like to bring out is the eyeshadow. All right, so something I like to do, I like to kind of like, I just rub it. It's giving me messy. This is where the editorial really comes in. So this part doesn't have to be proper. You just kind of do whatever. So my eyes are like kind of like semi-hooded. Make sure it stays low because the higher this step goes, if you have like semi-hooded eyes, you're just gonna have to put a lot of eyeshadow. Now we're just gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow on top. You could just use your finger, like if you're really about that life. Okay. This is where you do the thing that I was talking about when you kind of bring the stuff like in the middle and put it right in the corner of your eye and then just drag it.
Okay, good.
That's that. Lashes are optional. Okay. So whoa. Almost sounded Australian there. Remember, this is like an everyday editorial look, so I don't want to make it like too dramatic. I don't want to make it too simple either, because that's that defeats the point. So I'm using half lashes. I have like a love and hate relationship with these lashes. Like sometimes they look really good on me, other times I feel like they widen my face a little too much, and I'm like kind of debating in my head whether that's what's happening right now, because I don't know if it's the body dysmorphia, the face dysmorphia, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they're just like doing a lot. I feel like they're doing a lot. Lashes are honestly optional for this look. You don't need the lash. I think like Europe, like, you know, walking out in the streets, like their faces aren't done like the Americans. Like it's not done like us where we have our like full lashes, full face. They barely do shit. The editorial look, you don't need to do lash. I just wanted to do that. So, and the next thing we're doing here is bronzer. We're gonna do hair soon. Right here, and again, less is more. Because if it was me like at like 18, 19, I would have like OD'd on bronzer. Like my whole face would have been bronze. If you're gonna put some bronzer on the cheeks, put it like right underneath the, I have to emphasize, like it has to be right underneath the cheekbone. Don't cover it up, okay? There you go. Blush is pretty important. I like to bring it up here. I've seen people like mix it into their eye shadow, which I find so cute. I am gonna try that one day. I already put it in my hairline, might as well put it on my eye, you know what I mean? Since we're not going for cutesy, we're not bringing the blush in here or on the nose or anywhere in here. We're going for out here, outside. So I already have a bit of gloss on, but it's okay. I like to do this. Hold on. Also, if you really want that like pouty lip, I don't know if I want to do that right now. Do I want to do that right now? Because it looks kind of good like as is. Let me show you. Hold on. Just put like a bunch of liner right here, slightly overline it, and then take your finger and pat that shit. This works maybe slightly better without gloss, but just like, don't be shy. Your lips are gonna look like twice, triple times as big and pouty without like an overly like chula line. What is it? Papi chula, papi chulo? Something about beauty, I feel like it should look effortless. Not super like constraint, like like it should be like flowy. Like beauty is like, it should be, I don't know how to describe it, but it should be effortless is how I feel. Even if you put a lot of effort into it, at least make it look like it's not like you spent like 10 hours doing something. What's that move they're doing now? Yeah, I hate it. I feel like I want to add just a touch of color on my lip. All right, there, just a little bit of color. I'm gonna wash my hands and we can start our face. This is the look makeup wise, everyday editorial. Gonna do my hair. It's just the front right here that needs to be redone. All right, so I'm thinking I covered this brush with some water just to like a refresh. Oh, my cat wants to come in. You guys hear him? I'm just putting water in it so the gel can like reactivate before I take this down completely and start from fresh. Do behind my hair. So I think the hair is like back to somewhat alive again. And what I use is this, my Gorilla, it's not, I don't like the name. Why is it called Gorilla? Bro, what I love about this though, this gel, is that it really does what it needs to do. Like it will lay your hair down. Go kind of like section by section and I just push this back. You're gonna see how easy. Look at the top of my head. So I really kind of take my time with it and I put a good amount of gel. Although after this, I'm probably gonna have to wash my hair again because I already have gel in my head. So something that I personally do, I don't really put much gel in the back of my head. So it's gonna reach, this is about as far as I'm gonna bring it. Whatever is left on my hand, I put it in the back, but I don't really put much gel in the back of my hair. Oh my god, I just passed the brush all over my ear. Like it went all, oh my god. Yo, mind you, I'm doing this without a mirror. You guys are my mirror. You're my mirror. On, that's kind of romantic. All right. Not bad, not bad. Honestly, ask me what this is, I don't know. We're gonna push it all the way back. If you're a baby hair expert, you can let me know how to do this little part because I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, my fingers are sticking together because of this gel. Oh my god. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna get dressed, show you my little outfit. Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands though because my hands are sticky. So okay, so the fit I have planned is really like an everyday fit. You could wear it anywhere. And this is the fit. Don't touch. Hey. Shoes, baggy, every day, lunchtime, you know, dinner, whatever, going out with your friends type of thing. It's the vibe. The shoes are giving me like Roberto Cavalli, they're giving me Isabel Marant, like all of that fun stuff. Yeah, this is a finished look. So, yeah, the shoes though I love. Okay, yeah, that's about it. That's my everyday editorial look. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.